So earlier today, Sean O'Malley claimed victory over Merab Dvalishvili. He said that he rewatched the fight and thinks that he got the win. I have the whole rant from Sean O'Malley, which we're going to go through, and I'll be reacting to it as well. He also called out Umar Nurmagomedov at the end, which is something I respect, especially because Merab has essentially ducked Umar. There's also something else, the injury narrative that now is being pushed by Dana White, the media, Sean O'Malley. He's getting surgery for a torn labrum, which essentially says, hey, I wasn't at 100% for this Merab fight. Maybe I'm going to get gifted an immediate title fight amongst my return. And I have a feeling that's what the UFC is going to end up doing. So first things first, we got to react to the Sean O'Malley rant. Slightly delusional? Is it trolling? Is it serious? Is it maybe a mix of both? Well, let's listen to it and find out. We got 2 minutes of it. Let's play it.
I won the first, third, and fifth round. And I challenge all you fucking little dorks that think that I got my ass kicked to go and rewatch that fight. I know it's hard,
I need to say this straight out the gate, okay? First round was Merab's. Third round, there's an argument. Fifth round was O'Malley's. I scored the fight for Merab, definitely. I don't think O'Malley won the first round. The third was a better round for Sean, but I do think he lost. And yes, nobody's arguing Sean O'Malley won the fifth round. Let's listen some more.
Biased, rewatch it, whether you fucking hate me or love me. Rewatch that fight, turn the commentary off, and tell me I did not win that fight. Oh, I'm
You did not win that fight, Sean O'Malley. This seems like it could be some more troll job acting by O'Malley to, play the character. But he might be being serious. I don't know. I'm torn. We got more to listen to. Hold on.
fucking fired up right now. Oh, I'm the champ. I won. I'm the champ. Where's my belt? Get my belt out that suitcase. Get that belt out my suitcase. I'm the champ, baby. For real, though. All you fucking little dorks, go.
When he says stuff like that, I start to think, okay, he's playing the game. He's trolling us a bit. But then he does add some more elaborations to what he's saying.
Rewatch that fight. Go rewatch that fight. I'm the champ, baby.
I don't know, man. I think the THC is hitting him heavy.
Bitch still. Had him running around holding his fucking little gut. But for real, round one, round three was close. Round 3 and 5.
He's stuttering a bit because he doesn't know.
2 judges gave it to me. Round 1, in my opinion, round 1 was clearly my round. Round 3 was a closer round. I still think it was my round. Round 1, I don't know how they gave it to Merab. I do not know how they gave it to Merab.
Merab controlled. Merab won the first round. I hope that O'Malley's trolling, and whether he's trolling or not, we won't know because he's gonna shift heel here in an attempt to fight for the belt once again. This is 1,000% his plan. I do want to let the rest of it play out. It's a bit long, but we got to listen.
You just look at the stat sheet. If he took me down a few times and literally did no damage. The narrative of the whole fight after was I got my ass kicked. I didn't rewatch the fight. I was like, whatever. I just kept hearing that go around. Merab Maul's the champ. Go watch that fight. Merab's fucking terrified of Umar. Doesn't want to fight Umar.
This is true, Umar. This is true, though. Merab is ducking Umar. He ducked him pre-fight. He ducked him in the cage immediately, and he's ducking him post-fight. He's calling out Davison Figueiredo, saying, I want a 5th former champion on my resume. Umar Nurmagomedov doesn't deserve it. Listen, a win over Corey Sandhagen should grant you a title fight, especially when Marlon Vera got a title fight with just 1 win after a loss to Corey Sandhagen. That wasn't a close fight at all. I think Umar's clear-cut #1 contender. Merab recognizes real. He knows that Umar's style is difficult for him. Sean O'Malley's willing to fight Umar, though. I respect that.
I don't know why. I mean, Umar's good. Umar's good. Don't get me wrong. But Merab is terrified. He's not the champ. I'm the champ. I would fight Umar next. I should fight Umar next for the belt. I'm the champ. I should defend my belt against Umar. I have to get surgery October 3rd. I'll be back probably June or July. I'm going to come back as quick as possible because I love this shit. God, it feels good to be the champ again. We're back, baby. The champ is here. I'm telling you guys, you can't have Merab as the champ. He's boring as fuck.
That we're not arguing, though. Yeah, we'd rather have you champ, O'Malley, but you couldn't keep Merab off of you. Merab won the fight. You can talk about what coulda, shoulda, woulda, and maybe the injury consensus that's now being pushed sets up either a rematch if Merab is able to beat Umar, which I wouldn't bet on. I think Umar is going to be the champion. Or the immediate title fight against Umar Nurmagomedov. And, it's similar to the, Adesanya was not at 100% the first time he fought Sean Strickland, or I guess the only time. And then he gets an immediate title fight against Dricus du Plessis later on. Because of the star power, O'Malley does have that Dana White privilege. He does have a little bit of that bias push, and I'm expecting the UFC to give him that damn shot. I think he's getting one.
Just rewatch the fight. I tried to make it boring as possible. Tried getting up, defended. I got up. I actually stuffed more takedowns than Henry Cejudo. You guys know who that guy is? He used to be a champ. He used to fight in the UFC. I think he won like silver, or bronze. Was it bronze or silver? Henry won. Bronze medalist back in 08 or whatever it was.
The trolling of Cejudo is a walking W for O'Malley. Even though it's a bit of a delusional rant, it's definitely got delusion written all over it. And it could also be the heel turn for O'Malley, like after he lost to Chito Vera. The stabs at Henry Cejudo were 10 out of 10. I love that he's trolling Cejudo still. And listen, that fight's still interesting. I'm not opposed to that. I don't really want that to be next, but I really feel like there's a world where Henry Cejudo and Sean O'Malley eventually fight. So it wouldn't be a bad thing. It'd be a very marketable fight. As far as talking about he beat Merab, no, he lost. As far as talking about Merab running, Merab made it hard for O'Malley to hit him because Merab was very consistent with the movement. He also kind of kept his head on a swivel. He had a lot of bounce. The thing is, Merab has a high caliber gas tank, which just makes him very slippery. O'Malley really had a hard time finding any shots in the fight until that fifth round where he worked some teeps to the body, a technique that if they do run it back, I will anticipate is used earlier. But the big question mark around O'Malley is how much better can his takedown defense get after a damn labrum surgery? Is it because he was so injured beforehand? Or is it just Merab's a bad matchup? Did O'Malley have his worst performance? I think that Sean O'Malley looked uncharacteristically flat and slow. I'm going to give Sean O'Malley that. The takedown defense of O'Malley, I'm not so sure it would look any better, even if he was more on point than ever before. But these striking, where Sean O'Malley is normally so dominant, wasn't as clean as we've seen. He really had a hard time hitting Merab with anything significant. Merab did a good job of being unorthodox and having the strange bounce, forcing O'Malley into frustrating moments and not being able to hit him with much. But the wrestling factor and the gas tank of Merab is ultimately a reason that I think O'Malley was so uncharacteristically low output in the striking. Because if he sits on anything and he starts throwing heavy shots, Merab is going to time takedowns, put him on his back, and make him uncomfortable and beat him up, similar to what he did. I don't think you can say Merab just held him down. Merab did damage. Merab hit him with punches to the face. Merab bullied him on the mat. Merab looked good. Like, let's not live in fairy tale land here. Like, Merab didn't do anything. He just laid on him. No. Merab had successful striking moments too. O'Malley lost the fight, no argument. But listen, respect to O'Malley for playing into the heel. He needs to, because he's trying to get big money fights. You don't want to have to fight back. Like I mentioned in my fights to make next video, let's do the Aldo fight. He don't want to fight Aldo. He wants to fight for a belt, whether it's Umar Nurmagomedov, whether it's Merab, or somebody else that somehow grabs the title in the meantime with Sean O'Malley recovering from surgery. I do think that the push for him is a title fight. He's flexing that he's got the belt back. You can see him celebrating here. I think I got to turn the audio off, man. They're going to get me if I play that Superstar song. Say which one, Superstar. Have no fear. He grabs the belt. He puts it back on him.
5. Fuck you, Merab. You're still a bitch. I'm the champ.
I love that he's still calling Merab a bitch, roasting the shit out of him. And he calls out Umar at the end. We'll let it play.
Yes, I'm the champ. And still, round 1, 3, and 5.
Now he's pushing the 1, 3, 5. We all know it's not true, though. But all right, I respect it, Sean. You're trying to do your thing. You're trying to earn the big fight.
Title defense number 3, Umar. I'm coming for you.
He wants to fight Umar, though, and that's something that I can get down with. The fact that he's calling out Umar. Merab is so fearful of an Umar fight. Like, Merab is looking scared when they mention Umar's name. He's like, Umar. He even said that he wouldn't troll Umar online leading up to the fight, but he would with Figueiredo. Is he that scared of Dagestan? Is he that scared of these Dagestani savages? Merab, relax. You're a tough Georgian. Why you so nervous, bro? Why you sweating, Merab? Why you stuttering? Umar, no, not Umar. I think Umar haunts Merab. I don't think Merab is scared to fight Umar. Like if they said, yo, we're going to set up a fight in the gym, he'd take it. I think Merab is scared to take an L, and he knows that out of all of the ranked guys right now in the UFC that he could fight, especially title challenger level guys, Umar is the single worst matchup for him. You know it. I know it. He knows it. Okay? Umar Nurmagomedov comes from a team of extremely high-level wrestling, and he himself has high-level wrestling skills. But it's not about the offense. Where I think Umar can thrive against Merab is actually in the striking. Umar is going to have a speed advantage. Umar is going to be cleaner on the feet. And without Merab's wrestling pressure offense, right, and the fear of the takedown, it's going to stifle his game. And I think Umar is going to have a pretty successful night. I think he lands more significant shots. It will be hard to take Merab down, though. I will give this to Merab. If Umar is trying to wrestle him up, that could be difficult. But I think the takedown threat and the willingness to shoot, even if he's unsuccessful in getting Merab down, allows for more opportunities in the striking realm, too. You guys can tell, I really feel like this matchup between Merab and Umar Nurmagomedov is the coming out party for Umar Nurmagomedov. And he's guaranteed a title fight. We'll bring up that clip in a moment. But first, we got to look through Sean O'Malley's freaking tirade on Twitter. So, initially, he said, overpromised, underdelivered, sorry, love you guys. Then he makes a joke saying, Sugar State Athletic Commission, breaking news, Sugar won 2 out of the last 3 rounds, fight overturned. He's trolling. And then earlier today, he said, rewatching the fight. Round 1, I won that 100% based on damage. That's my round. I disagree, Sean. I disagree, Sugar Show. Round 2 definitely lost, took very little damage, though. Round 3 was closer than round 1, in my opinion. I thought that he lost round 1, so I definitely think he lost round 3. My round up 2-1 going into 4. Round 4, Merab's round for sure, 2-2 going into the 5th. And then round 5, I won. I'm the champ. God is good. 1-3-5. Round I won. Defending the belt against Umar in Vegas, June, July. He's probably going to get a fight with Umar in June, July, even though he's coming off of a loss, because it's the Sugar Show. I mean, he's got the popularity, yo. He's a superstar. Look at the interaction. He's getting well over 100,000 views, 1.3 million on that one. The dude's got crazy interaction on Twitter, man. 4.3 million on the initial one, 10 million on the one that he posted right after the fight. And this is Twitter, man. He's getting great numbers on Twitter. Sean O'Malley is in that superstar position where even though he doesn't deserve it, he's probably getting put into another title fight. I think that's what they're going to do, man. And yeah, this is just the same thing here. Him talking about every stat, the rounds that he thinks he won. I personally just scored him the 5th round. And I feel like I'm a pretty honest judge of fights. I mean, if you watch my fight companions, you know, I think I'm accurate on my judging 99.9% of the time. And I was unbiased, okay? I picked O'Malley to win the fight. I wanted O'Malley to win. I could only give him the 5th round. So he's reaching. I think he's only looking at his good moments, and then he's using it to his advantage. Close enough rounds to spin the narrative that he's getting another title fight, and he wasn't at 100% leading into this one. Now, what makes it more interesting is Uncle Dana is on his side, okay? Let's look at this clip from Dana White. This took place Tuesday following the Dana White's Contender series.
Just a couple quick ones from me. O'Malley announces today he's having hip surgery. And I don't understand how these guys fight with, he has a torn labrum, and then 2 days later, they're having surgery. I mean, isn't there a process in place? That's a pretty significant injury. You can't, fight at your best performance if you have a torn labrum, right?
I agree.
So
Dana agrees. This is the start. This is the start of the narrative push. He was not at 100%. Give him another shot.
How do you prevent that from happening where they're supposed to disclose to the commission and they don't do that?
You can't. You know what I mean? If these guys come in and they have something and we don't know, I mean, how would the doctors check for a torn labrum? You know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah, that's...
Dana was disappointed. Dana's very disappointed. He's mad that the cash cow, the Sugar Show, took an L. And he is going to push Sean O'Malley into another title fight. I already saw it. I initially wondered it. Like, the thought did cross my mind, but I wasn't ready to double down. Now I'm doubling down. But I need to bring up this savage, okay? Because Umar Nurmagomedov deserves respect. Umar Nurmagomedov deserves a shout out right now. He was on the Pound for Pound podcast. You guys should check it out. It was a good podcast with him. You get a little insight on Umar, and I like Umar. He's a good dude. He's an honest guy, and he's a very intellectual fighter who I think is going to hold the strap. And listen to what he says here.
Has that been promised to you by Dana White or Hunter that you're next for the title?
They said to me, I'm next. But, I don't want to wait these two guys until next year. I want to fight. They said he don't deserve, he have to fight. Hey, guys, I don't care about you. I just need belt. You can keep belt and leave.
Let me tell you what's going on. Merab doesn't want to fight Umar this year. Merab wants to wait until 2025. He wants to take more time to prepare, get a little break, and then step in to fight Umar Nurmagomedov, which is fair for the champion to want that. But the champion is not going to get that because Umar Nurmagomedov is the A side here. The UFC has this plan. I'm going to tell you exactly. It's December card. They need a good fight. They need a big name matchup. They need a title fight. Umar Nurmagomedov fighting for the belt this year at the end of the year against Merab Dvalishvili, December. That's what they want to do. They also want on the card DDP versus Strickland. If not that fight, they're willing to do Bilal Shavkat. They're trying to put some puzzle pieces together to set up some of these marquee matchups, and having Umar and Merab set for December is a good way to finish out 2024 for the UFC. They want Umar as champion. I'm telling you, they don't want Merab with that strap for long. They're trying to put Merab in the same situation they put Aljo in when O'Malley was on the come up. Hey, take the fight. We need you. Come on. And Merab has already made the mistake. He said, I want to be friends with Dana White. Woo-hoo-hoo. Merab, Dana White ain't going to just be friends with you, man. He's gonna push you around. He's going to show you who's boss. Dana White picks who he wants as his cash cows because he sees the stats and the numbers. He'll be buddy with you. He'll be your best pal. But it's all going to be a manipulation tactic, okay? The business, the Hunter Campbells, the Dana Whites, right? This is their mindset here. Merab, we love you, Merab. Merab, you're a great fighter. Listen, Umar is a tough challenger, but you have the skills. Imagine you beat Umar. You take out a Nurmagomedov. Imagine how good that looks for your legacy, Merab. You mentioned fighting a former champ, but what if you beat a legendary name? It doesn't matter that Umar has only beaten one guy in the rankings. If you beat Umar Nurmagomedov, you beat a Nurmagomedov, and that's bigger. That's bigger than Umar. The name is more powerful than the actual fighter, and you could take that. And you could run with it. You could be a star, Merab. Think about it. The inspiration for your country when you took out Umar Nurmagomedov. Merab, you got to do it. This is the time. This is what champions do. Think about the fan base. Think about your people. They believe in you. Boom. Sold. Merab, like he says, I'm a normal guy. He's a normal guy. Yeah, he's going to get manipulated, bro. He's going to get manipulated into this fight. This is the plan. Dana White is pushing the Sean freaking narrative of injury, right? The Sean O'Malley injury narrative. This is all a strategy, okay? He's pushing the Sean O'Malley injury narrative, okay? And it's an attempt now to set up Sean O'Malley in an immediate title fight amongst his return. Does the Merab fight sell? Does it sell, though? Like, I know it's a rematch, but, like, it wasn't a good fight. Does a Merab rematch really do anything numbers-wise, anything significant? Yes, I'll buy it. Probably a lot of you will buy it. But what about the casuals? Bro, that fight sucked the first. O'Malley got bodied. But if they see Nurmagomedov, O'Malley, more likely to purchase the pay-per-view. Even though I think it's another bad matchup. But you have to double down on that injury narrative. We're pushing that heavy. We're saying O'Malley was robbed. Okay? O'Malley, I think I won that fight against Merab, and I fought injured. So imagine what I would have done if I was 100%. Umar Nurmagomedov is not ready for this version of me. Yeah. They're already working on the selling plan. I see it. The stars are written. So they're going to force Merab into the fight against Umar, okay? Sean O'Malley mentioned June or July. You think he's just pulling that date out of his ass? Or is it, oh, that's a massive card. Maybe it's International Fight Week in July. If not then, it's the month before, which could still be a mega pay-per-view in the, 2025 quarter two. This is all a strategy, man. This is all a game plan. The UFC is... pretty intelligent business-wise. Listen, Umar Nurmagomedov said on this podcast, though, something that I like about him. He said, you get the title shot from the business you know, recognizing that you're a sell. And the Nurmagomedov name sells without much. I mean, people are going to tune in for Umar. I think Umar's the next champ. Merab is getting forced into a title fight. He's taking on Umar when the UFC says. If they want it in December, it's going to be in December. Merab, you're doing it. No choice, buddy. No option. Sean O'Malley, June, July. Yeah, perfect timing. Umar beats him or somehow Merab wins. Okay, next defense, June, July. Set up the O'Malley fight. That's O'Malley's big comeback. They build it. The anticipation grows. Umar Nurmagomedov gets a win over Merab. Or maybe if Merab somehow wins, it is good for him, though. Like, if Merab beats an Umar Nurmagomedov, that would be huge for his career. And I do think his stock would really ascend tremendously. I just am not so sure that he does. I actually think that Umar is legitimately the worst possible matchup for Merab. We'll see what ends up happening, but I feel like Sean O'Malley's coming back into a title fight. I feel like it's probably going to get the Umar fight. It's going to be Dana White pushing that he was injured. He was hurt. This is why the fight didn't go his way. It could have been better. Imagine he would have fought 100%. He feels he won the fight and he was injured. Imagine what he would have done if his precision was there, if he was on point, if he was calculated, if he was 100% O'Malley. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, guys, that's what I'm thinking. That's my breakdown of today's O'Malley delusion rant. It goes a lot deeper than delusion, right? When you look at surface level, you're like, oh, it's delusional. But if you look at the narrative being pushed from the injury narrative to Merab ducking Umar, right? And then O'Malley's willingness to fight Umar, then the fact that now O'Malley's calling to defend his belt, to get a title fight, right, when he comes back, the UFC is going to jump at the bit to set it up. They're going to be all over it. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm shooting for the stars here or if you agree with what I'm saying, because I want to know. You guys see it? You see the narrative playing out? Sean O'Malley, he didn't really lose to Merab. He was injured. It was a controversial decision. He's getting a title fight in his comeback, and it's going to be against Nurmagomedov. Because O'Malley-Nurmagomedov is still a mega fight. It still does bigger numbers than Merab versus O'Malley. Does bigger numbers than Merab versus Umar Nurmagomedov, really. It definitely does bigger numbers than Figueiredo versus Merab. The Merab-Figueiredo fight is just a far-fetched reality that I don't think exists, right? This is Merab hoping to get a stylistically favorable matchup against an aging Davison Figueiredo, who we've seen lose at 125, who's doing fairly well at 135 pounds, but he's not looking exceptional. Stop it. If you think Davison Figueiredo deserves a title fight with a competitive win over Marlon Vera, I know he dropped him, but it was competitive. He was gassing late, and he would have definitely been in trouble in a 5-round fight. So what happens with Merab? You get what I mean? Fight before that, he beat Cody Garbrandt. Fight before that, he beat Rob Font. Davison Figueiredo does not have a championship resume inside of the bantamweight division. Before you all flame me, I understand he's a former flyweight champ. I'm talking about at bantamweight. That doesn't warrant a title shot when there's Umar Nurmagomedov, who has a win over Corey Sandhagen, who's essentially the guy. So I think Umar Nurmagomedov, jumping the line. The Nurmagomedov name takes you very far. Divalishvili, Nurmagomedov, UFC 310. I think it's the co-main event, and I think Umar becomes the new champ, and then Sean O'Malley returns and gets a title fight against the winner, which I'll assume is an O'Malley-Nurmagomedov fight, which I'd honestly be excited for, but I think that Nurmagomedov gets him. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you smash the likes, and if you're new, subscribe it up. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.